Now, one of the reasons that my friends, the Cosmonites and Cosmicans particularly, don't get involved in too much stuff is because it's like this. All right, it's like trying to put a bowling ball on a paper towel and hold it up. You can't, because the bowling ball will just tear right through. Okay, now you say, what kind of explanation is that? All right, I'll give it to you this way. A cosmonite is a very unique creature. Their atomic structure is so dense that, I mean, it's like their energy field is pretty intense. If a cosmonite or a cosmic creature was to come to Earth, physically, they might cause a lot of damage because their energy is like very powerful. I mean, Earth is a kind of a fragile ecosystem when you consider that my atomic structure is like fleshy flesh, and I can get hurt by simply a little piece of lead going into my body. Okay, but now a cosmonite creature, if you were to drop an atom bomb next to a cosmonite, it would just absorb the energy and say, hey, thanks for the snack. I mean, it's some kind of like that. Their energy, they absorb energy from you. They don't eat food like you and me. A cosmonite doesn't make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. They absorb their energy directly from the universe. Everything they need is absorbed through their atomic structure. That's why one of the reasons I was telling you that a cosmonite is not a static form. Their energy form is whatever they wish it to be. If they need to be a large creature, they can be a large creature because it's like water being poured in a glass. If you want to have the more water you want, if you want to get more water, you pour it into a bigger container. That's how cosmonite works. If he needs to be the size of this house, he absorbs the necessary energy he needs, combined it into whatever form he wants it to be, and that's what he is. If he wants to be a smaller creature, he simply dispels that energy and becomes a smaller creature. In other words, it's like a metamorph. But a metamorph has a limitation in what it does because a metamorph is the size it is. A cosmonite is all this energy from all these sources combined to whatever its particular need is. If it needs to be the size of a human being, that's the size it's going to be. If it shows itself, but the fact of the matter is, even if it was my size, I kind of like would weigh more than several Boeing 747 because its atomic structure is just that dense. But I mean, even though it's that dense, it's like me moving my hand. They're still flexible as I am. But the thing is, their atomic structure is based in a different kind of atomic nature. I mean, they're different than me. I mean, because it's like certain animals are tougher than others. Okay, humans are very fragile. Okay, but if you put a gorilla and a man in the same arena, the man can punch that gorilla all day long, but that gorilla just smack him one time and he's gone. That's how it works. But okay, cosmonites are peaceful. I mean, they would no more think about hurting you than they would think about chopping off one of their own feet. But that's how it is. That's how it works. That's one of the reasons they never come to places like Earth or any places that have what you call human life form, the equivalent of a man with two legs and all that, because he couldn't stand next to me really without probably causing me to become so much space does. Because I mean, that's how he explained it to me. He said that even if he wanted to come to Earth, he wouldn't come to Earth because he can't. Because I mean, he don't want to hurt nobody, and that's what probably would happen if he came to Earth. Just his very presence being here on this planet would be enough to damage the ecosystem and the life things that's on it. It could be he travels to interstellar space, and he's not planet bound like we are. We live on Earth. We have to have an environment that can support us. His support system is wherever he goes. If he travels through a black hole and come on the other end, he's good to go. So he said the only thing he could do as far as me and him being friends was to communicate with me the way he does. And even that is a haphazard kind of relationship. It's like a long distance relationship that he's making it work, but it's still haphazard because, okay, it's like, I it's like you like hot, spicy food. You like it, but if you eat too much of it, it's not good for you because it'll cause you quite a bit of damage. So you might eat a little bit. Yum. So in order for him to communicate with me, he said it's like taking a small, teeny, bitty speck of his mind, thought waves, and transmitted it. Because you can turn the volume up and the volume down on the radio. It's the way his mind works. He could tune his thoughts down in such a way that when he sends his thought, it's like a little trickle. Like a little trickle charge kind of thing.